The Fellonis, our multi-LED panel lights, offer several very distinct advantages. One is that they give noticeably better color rendition than many of the similar looking lights. Another advantage may be seen in the fact that we have 35% more light than some of the most famous competitors. And the amazing fact is that having more light, we only use half the power. Some of our competitors use 50 watt for their standard daylight, and we use only 24. So if the subject is to go green and save the planet, that would be another important step that one should not neglect. Another advantage sometimes may be that our lights are rainproof, and practically all the others are not. If we want to light with LED lights, there's one version in which you can use 3 multi-LED panel lights and use 2 of them with a 30-degree angle as a key light and a fill light. And the nice thing is you can dim them without changing the color, so you can easily adjust the ratio between key and fill light. Here I would never use them naked. I would always try to put a diffuser in front, and the diffuser works best if it can be placed at some distance from the LEDs to give it a more uniform light and also to make it less aggressive for the person in front of the lights. And then we have a third one where we can use a LED panel with a narrower angle of exit, like 15 degrees. And to make sure that this doesn't disturb the camera, we can use a grid or a louver or a honeycomb in front of it to make sure that no light hits the lens, because we'd like to place the backlight where it shines more or less towards the direction of the camera. The interesting thing about these LED panels is that in our version, which is called Felloni, they can also be used with batteries. So if needed, you can light them in the standard version, even with the small Sony batteries, or in the high output version, the Sony batteries would be drained too quickly, so then you can use your V-Lock camera batteries or Anton Bauer batteries. When you place a key light higher up, and then you want to reach it and dim it and adjust it, you can take the dimmer off and connect it with a cable. So from downstairs, you can adjust the intensity, and there's a fail-safe option when the cable is not there or the dimmer is removed, the light will always work on full power. And to make it more elegant, the AC adapter, so you can plug it straight into the wall, it clicks into the V-Lock or Anton Bauer mount on the back of the light. So that is easier, nicer to work with, and it's all part of the lights. These LED panels, our Fellonis, can be had with standard version, but something like 300 LEDs in daylight and in tungsten. And there's a third version that combines the two, where you can, without any steps, continuously adjust between daylight and tungsten light. Those are called bicolor lights, And that can be very useful when you want to adapt your lighting in a situation where the ambient light is more daylight or more interior tungsten light, or possibly you have a mixture where you also have fluorescent light, which often is somewhere in between daylight and tungsten. So this allows you to have your key light match the ambient light, and then with the white balance, try and get good skin tones. You can make your fill light a little bit warmer, and again, if you feel like it, make your backlight a little bit colder in color temperature. And some people think that gives the image more feeling of depth, to have a cooler backlight. The bicolor Fellonis can be had also in a high output version, where they give out a lot of light and allow you better to work under conditions where the ambient light has a much higher level. And then on our lights you will see a black frame around it, and that's a magnetic frame. And that allows you to attach filters with two metallic strips to hold the filters, and it allows you to add other accessories held by the magnets. I think the biggest advantage may possibly be seen in the simple fact that those lights, although they use less power, give more light, have better color, are rainproof, have the possibility to mount various kinds of batteries directly, and those adapters are integrated into the light. You don't have to buy them separately and pay extra. That in addition, our lights cost less than half of most of the competitors. And that's why we call them Felloni, because it's a criminally low price that at first you won't believe. So we want to convince you that although this is one of the most inexpensive LED light panels, it costs incredibly little money, in spite of the fact that we include all these options that with other manufacturers you have to buy as an add-on. Now, if you want to learn more about how to use Dedo lights and what many other qualities they offer, watch our other videos.